are the current challenges that women face in our industry right now?
I mean, there's always tons of challenges. I think, salary negotiation is a big thing. And it's not necessarily outward challenges. I've been really lucky. I haven't really had any issues with people looking at me differently, at least within my companies, because I'm a woman, or because I'm young. I've always been very trusted. I have had, people previously, when I was growing up, or clients in a past life or something, that used to go over my head when they didn't need to. But I think that one of the things that can be difficult is when you're starting out and you are asking for a job. I know this happens with me. I get nervous. I don't want to oversell myself, or I don't want to ask for too much. And I think that's one thing, women are usually conditioned to be nice and to be easygoing about it. But if you don't, hit that one on the head at the beginning, then there's going to be a wage gap continuing. I think another challenge is maternity leave. Women who are pushing through in their careers and doing an amazing job, and then they pause because they have a family. And then when they come back, the people that were with them at their level have passed them by. And it's difficult because you have, a 5-year leave of absence if you were taking care of your kids, or even just like a year or two off, or you're, the primary caretaker. So you're a lot of times going home to take care of that person. Alternatively, people who are caretakers to elderly parents, that's a thing where a lot of times it falls on the women to do these things. And that means that they're leaving the office early, or they're having to take some unscheduled days. And there's a lot of groups out there that are amazing at supporting their employees this way. But I think one of the challenges making that more of a norm, where, it's okay. We understand that you have to do this as well if you're doing your job well, and not having that bias when it comes to promotions or, rounding that up. And I think also just, a lot of the stuff that you see out there is geared towards white men. So it can just be disheartening, I think, a little bit when you're at an organization and all the top level executives are men, or you've never worked for a female boss. I think, as a young person, that can be a little disheartening, and you might say, I don't know if I want to be a boss, how hard do I have to work? But if you do work for amazing people, and especially if you have amazing role models, that challenge makes it a little bit easier. You've seen somebody that can do it, and it can be overcome. So I think there's tons of challenges. I think a lot of it at this point is educating organizations as well as educating people. We want women to feel more comfortable putting themselves out there and championing themselves and others, but also for organizations to put forth that effort that says, I want you to succeed.
Mm. So what can organizations and leaders in our industry do, and men do, to support women and to make a change? Because it's 2018.
Yeah, exactly. It's about time. There's so much that you can do. I think one of the big things is always providing education. I know Freeman does this. They had created something called the Freeman Women's Development Group within Freeman, which is really fantastic because it shows that they're making a commitment to the women in their organization to ensure that they learn certain things. If they need some extra time and they want to take courses in salary negotiation, or if they just want a place to discuss. I think that's hugely important. I think for men, just in general, I think supporting women, obviously. If you're ever in a situation where a woman is being talked over, or their idea is, being presented by somebody else and they're getting credit, it means a lot if you just say, oh, I think this person wasn't done speaking. And if you embody that and you're somebody that they respect, they will follow suit. And people are going to learn from your actions. For organizations, though, I think a big thing is just to make themselves aware of the hiring biases, the promotional biases. Make sure that your job applications or your job announcements go out to a large group of people. Make sure that, when you are hiring candidates, that you have every single amazing candidate so that you have representation. Having diverse organizations, actually, studies have shown many times over, it makes you better. But also knowing that, there may be times that it's important for me to go to a leadership conference so that I can continue working on that, because it may not be inherently obvious to me, that I can do what I need to do. Not saying that it's not for women, because obviously it is, but, just things that can keep growing everyone's skills. But again, especially if you are offering like leadership options to people of color, if you're offering education to women and to people of color that goes above and beyond. I think that is a big thing that groups can do, and associations. It really just this industry is all about supporting it. If we can back it and we can support it, then we can see change.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I want to shift gears just a little bit and talk a little bit about